We all know it girls keep themselves busy. They are pouring love into themselves. They're doing hobbies that keep them in their feminine energy, super happy and creative. And if a woman does any of these, I just know she's living in her ultimate soft girl feminine era. The first one is knitting or sewing or crocheting. It's so peaceful and relaxing. And actually, knitting and sewing was the first thing that launched me into entrepreneurship and my first business. I was really bored at my first corporate job, and so I started making clothes on the side just for myself. And because of so many compliments on my clothes that I was making, I decided to launch a clothing line brand. That little step right there changed my life. So if you're into fashion, definitely get into knitting, sewing, playing with pieces and fabrics. The second thing is floral arrangements. Whether you go to a floral arrangement class or you do it at home, I find it so relaxing when you buy different flowers and you're actually cutting off the stems, you're putting it into the floral arrangement yourself. It's super cute, it's super girly, and it's super creative. And we all know that feeling of just having a beautiful bouquet there at our table and walking by. And there's nothing better than knowing that you made that bouquet. The next thing is any form of like slow workout like Pilates or yoga. We already know Pilates and yoga is the it girl workout. The easiest and fastest way to get super toned and look amazing without going super hard on weights and accidentally looking too bulky. Baking and cooking, especially baking. I feel like there's just something about the smell of a fresh baked cookie that just makes every single woman happy. I'm not so much of a sweets person, so I don't bake that much anymore. However, when I do bake, I love to get creative and share them with my friends. Gifting your baked goods is such a cute, thoughtful, homemade gift. The next thing is horseback riding. If a girl is riding horses, I just know that she's an it girl. The amount of strength it takes to ride and manage and control a horse is insane. It requires so much like mental focus, physical strength, and it's such an elegant hobby. If you can't get into horseback riding, you can also attend like horse shows, things like that. Painting and drawing. There is just something so feminine about painting. It's so relaxing, especially if you put on your music. I feel like my mind literally shuts off when I'm painting. Super cute idea is going to the beach or going to the lake and getting canvases and painting with your friends. Like having a picnic and painting with your friends. So cute.
If you do any of these, you are so cool and I really want to be your friend. So here's a list of some hobbies that I wish to try out this summer that I just haven't gotten around to. I definitely think all these hobbies would be a great way to refine your skills and could possibly be scalable to make your own business. So without further ado, let's get to the hobbies. First up on this list is sketching. So if you know how to sketch, that is just absolutely incredible. Like I see people at the park sometimes, they bring their sketchbook out with them and they just start drawing what they see. And I look at their sketchbook, I'm like, damn, okay. So if you can just replicate like somebody's face like this, or a building that you see in front of you, just like this one, or like whatever scenery you have in front of you, that is just insanely cool to me. If you do know how to do this and you like drawing in your free time, this is something I do want to learn how to do this summer. So definitely going to be going out more, going to nice places and going to places with like cute architecture or just somewhere I can people watch. I'm gonna take my notebook out and just sketch, practice. This one's easy. I think you guys can do this. So if you do know how to do this and can do it professionally, I commend you. Like, bow down. Leave some tips in the comment section, and people ask them, whatever, just introduce yourself. And I'd love to see like a community grow and you guys can ask questions, answer, that kind of thing. Next up on a cool hobby that I definitely admire if you know how to do is arranging flowers, because I've done it in the past and they've all looked flat and I can't explain why. So if you get your flower bouquets to like something like this, there's definitely an art when it comes to learning how to take such different pieces and put them into like a whole. I definitely think this is a hobby that you guys can start at home on your own. It is a little on the pricier side just because obviously flowers are a little more expensive, but it could be a great way to practice, especially if you have upcoming events or like occasions, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever, you want to give someone flowers, you can practice your flower arranging. Same thing with the sketching. If you guys know how to flower arrange, please leave any tips and tricks in the comment section. What's your favorite flower to work with? What are the hardest flowers to work with? Cute beginner bouquet styles that you can try out. But yeah, please leave in the comment section. Last but not the least on the list of hobbies, that was a mouthful, is mosaic making. So I've been looking at mosaic crafts for the longest time. I don't know, it's just been popping up on my Pinterest. And the amount of work that goes into making these murals, like the sheer size of the floor mural of this like mosaic is insane. And I've seen murals that span like whole building wall. If you just know how to do that and have the patience for that, I admire you so much, because this takes definitely a lot of time and a lot of patience, because you do gotta cut the stones and whatever, not stones, but like the tiles correctly so that you get the right proportions and such. So I've made mosaics in the past, but they have not been pretty. You can definitely try do this at home. I'm sure it's gonna need a couple more, supplies, but kind of like a basic one that you can do is either use plaster or break some plates, I guess. Going to the thrift store, buying some plates, breaking them up, and making these mosaics. I think that could be just like a cool way to get started into it. This is definitely something I do want to try out this summer, and hopefully you guys will try it out with me. Thanks you guys for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any other hobbies that, intrigue you, and I'd love to cover them. This can be totally unrelated to art, low-key, just like a hobby. I don't know, like hobby horsing. I'll cover it in the next video, I guess. But it was nice talking to y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
One of the best things you can do for your brain that will actually change your life is something you're not good at. Not only do hobbies make you a 10 times more interesting person, they make you smarter, more empathetic, better at problem solving, more humble, and they teach you to define failure as not trying. I've made a list of hobbies to try. The first thing is working with animals / learning to ride horseback. I feel so strongly about working with animals. I've always been very sensitive to animals. I grew up fostering dogs. I had 13 dogs in the house at one point because we were fostering them. It will make you a more patient, more empathetic person. It will make you a better problem solver. Learning to work with animals is great for your stress levels, bringing your cortisol levels down. It's also been shown to help increase attention spans in children with ADHD. So if you have ADHD or struggle to focus, working with animals could be something interesting to check out. Drawing, buy a sketchbook or a coloring book on Amazon. Pottery, my mom does pottery, and it's so cool to actually use the things that she makes like in the home. Jewelry making or beading, cooking or baking. I talk about cooking all the time and how strongly I feel about cooking. Slow cooking, being creative in your cooking, doing little brain challenges when you cook, like playing like Chopped with yourself, like, okay, I have to use this ingredient, or I'm not gonna go to the store, I'm gonna cook with what I have. Things like that are so good for challenging the mind creatively and getting to cook something and feed yourself with it and learn about produce and nutrition. It's just the coolest thing ever. Scrapbooking, I think, is the cutest, most like purest hobby in the whole world. I really want to get into scrapbooking, but like these kinds of like journal scrapbooks where you can make like memory books for your friends, or scrapbooks for like trips that you go on or people's birthdays, mood boards, like physical tape and stickers and stuff. I've just always thought that was so cute. Make your workouts more of a hobby. So like yoga, biking, pickleball, swimming, surfing, skiing, horseback riding, boxing, things that are a little bit more challenging that you can like progressively get better at instead of just going to the gym. Flower arranging or like making bouquets. Forensic science kits. My friends and I actually do these together and they're so funny. They're actually really hard. Like they are very stimulating and they really challenge your problem solving skills. Crossword puzzles, trivia, brain games, chess, mahjong, soap making, I find incredibly satisfying. Gardening or making those like at home terrariums, I've always thought was really cool. I think that's it. If you have any others, put them in the comments.
Here are some hobbies that you should consider. Archery. I tried this before and it was so fun. I literally would have made it my hobby if it weren't for the fact that I already had a full-time hobby. And that hobby was powerlifting. And if you don't want to go to the gym, you could do calisthenics. Now this is iconic. Sewing. Go to the fabric store, choose your favorite fabric pieces, and start crafting. Imagine having the power and ability to make your own clothes. And with this, you can even sell it. This is not only a hobby, but this is a business. You're an entrepreneur. And this also goes for crocheting. You can become a henna artist. Again, this is not only a hobby, but this is a business. Now this is goals, gardening. You could also do the classical recreational sports like volleyball, soccer, swimming. Try them all out. And guys, there are so many low-key hobbies that we are not aware of. So if you know some, drop them in the comment section below. Get a hobby for your own good.
You're bored because you have no hobbies, so welcome back to Hot Girl Hobbies, where I show you all the fun hobbies that you should be trying instead. And today's hobby is the perfect hobby if you are looking for something very relaxing. Puzzles are one of my favorite ways to unwind after a hard day. I love grabbing a snack, hobby stacking it with a little audiobook, or just doing it while I watch TV. You can find puzzles at the thrift, you can find them at Barnes & Noble, you can find them on Amazon, and a lot of puzzles nowadays make really cute decor. And of course, make sure to follow me so you're never bored again.
These are not only cool girl hobbies, these are also ones that actually improve the quality of your life. We can call these hobbies with benefits. The first one I'm starting immediately and it needs so much more attention than it's getting. Did you know you get the same benefits playing the flute as you do with breath work? You stimulate the vagus nerve. Like instead of doing your morning breath work, what kind of mythical creature just wakes up and plays the flute? That is so cool. This is how I will be waking up my boyfriend in the morning. The second one is that all sodas used to be so medicinal, they were only sold at pharmacies. I've been into collecting all the syrups and making my own medicinal sodas. It is so much fun. Modern soda companies took out all the beneficial ingredients, replaced it with artificial flavors. Coca-Cola used to be cola nut syrup, which is insane for digestion. Sarsaparilla was root beer, which is insane for lowering inflammation and pain. And there's a ton of other ones.
Here are some more cool girl hobbies. Learning a new language. I am currently learning Spanish. Calligraphy is a cool one because having great handwriting is such a flex. Making playlists. Being the person that has a playlist for any scenario, any situation is cool. Flea markets, garage sales, estate sales, especially estate sales, you can find the coolest stuff. Being a mentor, this kind of falls in the volunteer category, but I say it's a cool hobby. Pinterest boards or vision boards, it's a great way if you are needing a reset. It's a cool hobby. It's a hobby, okay?
I made a list of hobbies you can do for free. A lot of you guys commented on my last video, so I picked out some hobbies that do not require money. All you need is your phone, maybe like a computer or laptop, just like any electronic device. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read the list without giving any explanations. Learning typology, playing Sudoku, building model kits, learning sign language, learning a new language, memorizing country flags. I really want to do this. Playing chess, playing Minesweeper. I think it's a game, I think. Learning poisons of plants. Now that's actually funny. Picking a new random word and using it for a day. I should try this. Writing essays, learning Morse code, memorizing human anatomy. That's cool. And learning calisthenics. There were a lot more, but I just could not read all of the comments. You can still enjoy things without spending any money.
Here's a list of hobbies to help you become dangerously overeducated. Try joining a philosophy discussion group. This forces you to think critically and question basic assumptions. Or try documentary filmmaking. This forces you to research complex, deep topics and to present it clearly. Or try genealogy research. This teaches you history, sociology, and detective work all at once. Research shows that people who engage in learning-focused hobbies develop a growth mindset. So maybe have a hobby that forces you to question things instead of passing time.
Looking for hobbies that won't break the bank? Here are 5 random, unique, low-cost hobbies that everyone can try today. Number 1, starting a meme/quote page on Twitter or Instagram. Not only is this a fun way to express yourself, but when you see people finding value and resonating with your messages, it's such a rewarding feeling. And what's crazy is my mentor was just telling me that there was someone who started a random Twitter quote page just for fun, and someone at this big company liked the way that they were articulating their ideas and decided to hire them, and now they're making X amount of money. Like, it's crazy. And how much does it cost? $0. Start your account now, boo. Number 2, pipe cleaner crafts. Y'all see that bouquet of flowers? Made out of pipe cleaners only. And all you got to do is buy pipe cleaners for like $10, look up a YouTube video that explains how to assemble them, and boom, there you go. For those looking for a more relaxing type vibe, this is for you. Number 3, my favorite, random side missions. This is a picture of me filming for a commercial to spread awareness for anti-abortion centers. For someone that's always seen yourself being on TV, literally sign up for a casting agency, do random side missions, be a face painter, like... Have an active account with this agency. It only costs me $20 a month, but most casting agencies don't really charge anything. So number 4, pole dancing. If you're trying to get back into your sexy, your feminine energy, your diva, pole dancing is a great way to do that. Classes I've taken before only cost like $20 to $30, but it's not something you got to do every single day. You know, once, twice, 3 times a month is good. And last but not least, learning how to do your makeup. I don't know about y'all, but getting ready and just doing my makeup, even if I don't have anywhere to be, is just so fun for me. Makeup can be expensive, so what I started with was with my eyebrows and my lashes. You can buy a good eyebrow pencil for like $2, $1. The one I buy is $8. And for lashes, my lashes cost $10. It's a great way to boost your confidence and enhance your looks at the same time. Nonetheless, let's just start doing things, okay?
Hobbies don't have to be super expensive, so here are 8 different broke girl friendly ideas that you can tap into for this year. All of these hobbies are either very low cost or completely free. Starting off with calligraphy or improving your handwriting. I feel like a hobby is a great way to improve a skill, and having neat writing is always so nice, and someone who has really neat writing always strikes me as someone who is just gives off mindfulness, you know what I mean? I also feel like having really aesthetic notes would be so nice for school, so if I had like really neat writing or really pretty calligraphy writing, then that would make me want to study more. Just a little tip right there. Next is thrift flipping or upcycling. I mentioned this one in my last hobby video idea, so if you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. This one will run you a little bit, but I feel like, again, this is going to be such a creative moment for you. Honestly, I feel like you don't have to spend that much if you're upcycling your own clothes that you already have. And I really like this idea of cutting out like letters from other pieces of clothing and just sewing it on, so that won't be too expensive. Next is learning a language. My boyfriend is actually learning Spanish right now, and he's using Duolingo, and I feel like he's low-key trying to put me on, so I feel like I've got to put you guys on as well. But if you don't want to use Duolingo, there's also YouTube and so many different resources out there that you can use to actually learn a language. I feel like if you ever go traveling and you somehow already know this language, it's going to be so impressive to the locals there, and not only that, it'll be so much easier to communicate. Next is graphic design. It looks so cool, it looks so nice, and looks so aesthetic. There are a lot of brands out there who would want to work with a graphic designer for their company. I know a lot of clubs on my campus actually really like graphic designers as well on their team. So honestly, this hobby could actually translate into something that you can use for your professional life. Next is hiking, walking, honestly, running. This is such a good way to get your body moving as well as just getting out in nature. It's been very warm recently, and I feel like this is just a great time to start doing this. It's also really good for your mental health. Next is dancing. I actually really want to get into this. I know at my school we do free like drop-ins for some of the clubs here that do dance, but as someone who actually used to watch dance tutorials, I can actually learn how to dance based off of a video, and I feel like you guys can do that too. So if you don't want to spend lots of money on a dance class, or you're too scared to actually dance with other people, I feel like that could also be an alternative that you can look into. Next is podcasting or listening to podcasts. If you're someone who actually likes to talk a lot, yap a lot, I feel like this would do very well for you. I personally really want to start a podcast, and I don't know if I want to start it right now or later, but we as humans talk a lot, we also think a lot, and I feel like we can use a lot of our talking to be sharing very valuable advice or wisdom to other people who have not gone through a similar experiences as us. It means that you also have to be very sensitive and mindful about other people's experiences as well. And last but not the least, oh my goodness, I'm gonna say this once again for the people in the back, content creating. This is absolutely free. You can start at home. There's probably someone watching this video right now thinking, oh my gosh, like the market is so saturated, like there's so many influencers. Who cares? Just start recording, just start creating. Honestly, you consume so much daily. What's stopping you from creating more content for people to see? And as someone who's always had social media like kind of in their life, I thought nobody is actually watching you that much or that closely. So if you start your content creating journey, it's honestly just going to be all about you. And if anyone disagrees with that, then that's their problem. Which of these hobbies are you going to tap into? And I would love to know this, so let me know in the comments down below. Love you. If you do any of these, you are so cool, and I really want to be your friend. So here's a list of cool girl hobbies that I really want to get into this summer. First on this list is crocheting. So if you know how to crochet, I envy you. That is such a cool thing to know how to do. Imagine not needing to buy any clothes or literally bags or anything like that, because you can make your own top, your own purse, your own little... What even is this? I don't even know. Any crocheters out there who have any tips on how to start crocheting or what items to buy, best items to buy, please comment down below. Second on this list is quilting. I guess this goes under the sewing category, but knowing how to work with quilt and make these cute little creations like this coaster up here. There's this popular shop on TikTok. It's called CB Positano or something like that. These are not from the shop. I'm not sure where these are from. I got this from Pinterest, but I love quilted items. They are so cute. They remind me of my childhood. Oh, I'm just so obsessed with quilt. I love it, love it. Okay, last on this list is pottery. So if you know how to throw pottery and make things out of clay and like you have the whole kiln and everything, this is kind of more what I was talking about, because if you know how to make a bowl or a mug, like from a freaking piece of clay, just a block of clay, and you go and it makes a mug. That is so cool. Painting the pottery is cool too. I guess that goes under more painting than it does pottery making, but I think it's just such an art, such a precise art for you to make pottery pieces like this, and it takes you so much time and practice to perfect it.
Here's a list of creative hobbies that make you smarter. Try improv theater to train your brain to respond quickly to unexpected situations. Or creative writing to enhance your ability to create new ideas and see connections. Or even cooking without a recipe. This helps build that experimentation skill and just creative confidence. Research shows that these activities literally rewires your brain for innovative thinking. So if you want to be more creative at work or in life, maybe pick a hobby that forces you to think outside of the box.
How to be more attractive in 2024, just by expanding your hobbies. There are 3 categories of high value hobbies that automatically make you more attractive because they, 1, either give you depth and make you more well-rounded, or 2, they connect your passion space and your purpose place, which is actually where your genius lies. And I'll give you some examples of what these are and how you can get started for free. Number 1, we have physical hobbies, which can also be social. This can be tennis, the gym, pickleball, joining a volleyball league, skiing, snowboarding, golf, and the like. Not only do these improve your health and physique, they're lifetime activities where you can be social and meet like-minded people. The best places to start for free or for cheap are ClassPass, group lessons, and from there you can invest as you go. Which brings us to number 2, which are mental hobbies, which can also be profitable. This can be learning how to code, learning a new language, listening to podcasts, reading, learning how to make a business, or studying for certification like the NASM, GRE, or GMAT. These can totally be for fun, but these are also skills that pay dividends and can help you level up professionally and financially. The best free resources for learning any of these are here, but let me know if you want a video focusing on these, as this is my favorite category. And finally, number 3 are the creative hobbies, which can also be nurturing. These can be adult art classes, pottery, taking a dance or ballet class, learning how to cook, play an instrument, or starting on YouTube and TikTok. I find that these are really good for sparking play back into your life as an adult. And again, if you want to tap into any of these for free, here's my list of where you can start at home for minimal cost. Let me know if any of these resonated or if you're going to check out any of the free resources. As always, I'm wishing you nothing but expansion this year, and hopefully that means expanding your hobbies at little to no cost.